Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Black Prince Gaming and I couldn't give up on it. I've already tried 2 games as Belgium in Iron Man, trying to defend and hold and see if we can't fight off Germany. I went away, I had some dinner, I thought about it, and I want to come back to it. I'm going to go Iron Man mode, historical AI focuses, and we're going to just go for it. So here we go, Belgium number 3. Let's try it. Okay, so I think I liked what my strategy was doing. I just need to try and hone it now and really refine it. So we're going to build up these states. Let's get some stuff on anti-tank guns. That could be quite handy. And then let's just really start working on rifles. Yep, perfect. Okay. Here is what we go for then. So immediately out the gates, I'm going for the 2 civilian factories. Well, the 4 civilian factories that we can quickly gather. Research wise, let's go ahead and make sure that we have electronic mechanical engineering. We're going to get basic machine tools and we are going to get construction. But yes, here we go. Fortress Belgium, take 3. And if I can't get it this time, I will consider the challenge kaput. Late 1938, maybe early 1939 is when we just switch everything over to fortresses. We make sure we got strongholds in the states that we're going to be holding. But yeah, we're going to just do as much as we can here to really help out and really secure things. I'm also probably going to see if I can't blow the dam here, but that's a focus. You know, if we can get there, that's great. If we can't, whatever. The main problem is with the Gotterdammerung update, obviously so much work was put into Germany, and I found since that update, the AI actually builds decent divisions, whereas before they were kind of just like whatever. You could roll over them if you built divisions well. The AI actually builds the right equipment and actually equips their divisions in quite a decent way now. So let's go ahead and take this as well quickly while we can. But yeah, so the main issue we are facing is this is a much stronger Germany than previous games. I'm pretty sure I've done this before, like not obviously streamed it or recorded it because this was before I started doing that. But I think I had done a game where I tried to hold as Belgium before. But now Germany's much harder, and they also get a Blitzkrieg bonus. So with the Blitzkrieg bonus that Germany now gets from Gotterdammerung, and with obviously the new buffs that came to a lot of the AI and its decision making and its build up, that is obviously quite an issue for us and can really cause us some damage as we go. But yeah, we really need to just, let's pop this for example. I want to take away both of these, but every time we can do a national construction project, I want to be doing it. I think as well, one of the issues is I'm maybe over complicating the infantry. Like, I think I like what I was doing here with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because then we're not using too much artillery, which might be an issue. But then we can always put support artillery, engineers, support anti-tank, and then probably support anti-air as well. That would be what we put next. So let's do that. Here we go. The snap election has happened. So we want to get the government of national unity. So we're going to go with the Democratic Party, but the Democratic Party is going to fail, essentially. We want to go and investigate the bribery charges to bring down the corruption. And then we need to wait until we have the national spirit of a collapsing government, which will come into effect and harm us. Actually, let's do the defense bill. Let's get rid of, yeah, the scars of the Great War, because that is going to be pretty vital here. And what else? Is there something that takes away? Yeah, we need to do our southern neighbours as well, because that will allow us to start building up, or at least get some free forts against the French. There is the collapsing government scandal. Okay, comes a little bit through that focus, so of course we will finish that off, make sure that's done, and then we will race to go ahead and solve that. Okay, now is the funny part or the weird part about what we're doing. So there's a democratic option. We don't want the democratic option. We want the fascists to come to power. So we go. So we take Leon de Grelle. Then we want to take a constitutional crisis where basically we flip back to democracy. So we've gone democratic to fascist, back to democratic, because all of that will really upset the king. It will make him resign, and obviously with the king resigned, we could then have more agency and control over defending ourselves. Really stupid way around it, but you know what? It's what the game wants you to do. It's the political path. So we're currently a fascist government, and now we're going to strip that all away in just a matter of days. So they basically hold power for 35 days. Now is where I'd normally have diverged from this. So what I do think is best is we just race this tree. So we race down it, we get to the point where we basically get fortresses for free, we get the stronghold network for free. Then we start building them immediately. Let's take the National Construction Program again. Hopefully just continuing to boost our industry here. There we go, the snap election. So we want Hubert Pielot to stay in power with the Catholic Party because we don't want the socialists in. So let's go a liberal victory. Perfect. Okay, and now we need to go for... Let's try and knock away that daily fascism and a bit more construction speed. That would be very nice. I'm trying to stop myself civ greeding. I'm looking at this and I'm going, oh, we could get some more civs in. No, do not do that. That'll mess up everything. Let's make sure we've got our artillery just a little bit more buffed. Exiled Austrians offer their services. We want to take them for the recruitable population purely. Because, yeah, that's immediately going to go into those two divisions and hopefully help us out there. Can we request anything like garrison support from the Belgian Congo? We don't actually have anything, but... No? Okay. That's fine. And I will probably take their army just to help defend myself, because they don't really need defense. Okay. It feels like a plan is coming together. That doesn't mean it is. Because I may still just completely screw this over. Okay, Unity makes strength. Now that is going to hurt us on our infrastructure and civilian factory speed, but it's also going to give us back more consumer goods. So hopefully balances out. We need to save up some political power now as well because we want to get up to partial mobilization. So we'll grab that as our next port of business, and then that can really start to boom our economy. Perfect. Okay. There we go. We should start to see a lot more factories on stuff at least, and a lot more construction happening. Yeah, we've taken away the debuffs for construction, so that should be really good. Okay, better than the Maginot, so we're now going to get access to stronghold networks. We're going to build them in these 3 states as a matter of urgency. They're going to come, I guess, immediately below these lines of factories being built. When is that going to be done? 11th of October. That's just about the right time that we need. Okay. So actually, we're going to tick down one of you and tick down one of you, so we're back to what they were going to be already as states. And as soon as we unlock how to build a stronghold, we will start popping it down. Immediately, top priority is to get these built. We will keep factories building up first, Antwerp. Because, yeah, we want Antwerp built up, and then we want as many of these as possible, and then we can build up from there. So, let's now, what do we want? Let's get this bit more recruitable population factor coming in. It's going to be important. It's going to be needed. We also wanted to get up to limited conscription with our next pick, really. Cool. A couple more from the colonial forces coming in. Keep going. Defensive neutrality is done. So now let's go down the National Redoubt of Antwerp, which is going to build up some forts in Antwerp for us, which we desperately need. Especially now as a lot of this is starting to come online. This will be really, really nice. Okay, we're into January 1939. kind of thinking, do I tick down to only one more civilian factory and then we'll leave that alone because I can't really afford to probably be spending any more on civilians when we desperately need defense. And obviously as well, with that defense, we will come and make sure that we are building up anti-air as well. We researched anti-air, didn't we? So let's make sure that we are producing a little bit of that where we can. We can start making sure that we go down here and get even more defense on our units and then working towards this, which is going to give breakthrough and soft attack, which aren't going to really help us. The breakthrough isn't anyway, but it is going to help us in some ways. Mobilize the nation, so that's more recruit population, but another debuff for 180 days. Oh my god, how long is the focus? The focus is 70 days, so I think that would definitely be while we're at war. But let's quickly grab this 35 days for more division defense on core territory. Yeah, we're going to have to wait on that one. That might be one we manage to get round to later, but who knows? There we go, the last stronghold has been built, so now it's just all going into our fort line. Okay, I'm feeling pretty okay about this. Friend or foe, so we can reach out to the French and basically be allies, or we can do this and add a land fort along a lot of our states, which I'm going to take the land forts across all of our southern borders. It does make me wonder about trying to hold any of this just because it's forest and the forest won't be easy for them to attack. Which I think... Okay. This could be basically the decision that ends us here. This static warfare. 10% entrenchment speed and 10% maximum entrenchment, as well as elastic defense, which I think is a pretty good. It's pretty good. Supply combat penalties on core territory, maximum division experience gain. Now that's even more entrenchment speed. Maybe that would be good. I think I want that, the proper heritage. Let's make sure that our generals level up, hopefully, faster as they end up fighting this war. Stop everyone training. Let's make sure everyone is getting entrenched. There we go, that is done. So now we do damn the consequences. If we can hold that state long enough, maybe we can do it. There you go, let's tick it down to free speed. Let's try and cycle in even more of our strong units here. Just see if we can't hold it for long enough to make the focus happen. Anything we can take here that's really going to help? Not really. How many trains do we have? We have enough trains for now. And I think once we do damn the consequences, I am happy to maybe try and pull back a little bit. I just want to make sure that they are dealing with some very heavy attrition there. Yeah, it disables strategic redeployment, destroys their division speeds, like just in the Ardennes region though, so that could really affect them at pushing in further. Yes, we will join the British faction, sure. The US wants to send us loads of stuff. I mean, look, if I've got the convoys for it, I'm not going to be using the convoys for anything else, so maybe if we could try and get in any of this equipment right now, that would be great. So I'm just going to basically try and ask for whatever people want to supply. If they can get the supply to me before time runs out, then yeah, we will very much be thankful for that. Okay, damn the consequences. The dam has been blown. Amazing. Let's maybe go for 2 military factories here. That seems like that could be really nice. Come on. Just keep on developing ourselves here. Keep on building up. Keep on defending as much as we can. To be fair, if we can continue to hold this land, we will. Like, I'm not going to pull back. We might have to pull back, obviously, when the Netherlands eventually will fall, because I don't imagine they're going to be hanging around too much longer. The Netherlands are starting to fall. They're about to lose Amsterdam, and once they lose that, that's probably them almost out. There we go. That's the capitulation. So now we need to put this as a front line. So there we go. We need an attacking line off of there, and we need to make sure that we are not covering for the French. The French should be able to hold the Maginot. Let's get people railroading. Let's get them in. Let's get them securing. Perfect. Okay. This might be now the point where I just draw the front line here and we pull back to our defensive point. I think that is what I'm going to do. Hopefully this is going to cause a lot of issues for the Germans actually supply-wise in here, especially because this will be the only province they really have to start moving through. I mean, we can't even strat redeploy in here, so if we could get anything encircled from the Germans that's pushing through on the French, that would be absolutely huge. Unless maybe we send back the main army and we hold with the colonial garrison there. And then what if our main army just tries to hold, for example, Liège round? Okay, yeah, I like the sound of that. Let's sort of sacrifice the colonials to fight in the forests for us, while our main army holds, obviously, the core Belgium land that we really, really necessarily care about. Okay, it does look like the colonial garrison is starting to falter now. So maybe we should start dragging this line along. And let's bring these men back to help hold it. And hopefully they will just act as some filler to really help us hold the combat width of the battle. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. That's fine. They did a good job. They did a good job holding a little bit longer. I mean, let's go ahead and scorched earth the province as well, because then they should have the issues from the dam as well as the scorched earth really affecting them. So yeah, you guys just continue to pull out, continue to get out of there. And then they can railroad away. There we go, we've got some men now. They're starting to break in certain areas. Let's try and maybe cycle in a few men here and there. Antwerp is really an issue. Like, it's really a problem point of this whole front. Where is Antwerp? Okay, it is currently trying to be built up to level 6, so hopefully if it can get there, that should be quite good. Okay, and it looks like we are getting in the infantry to help secure it and hold it. And then immediately, it's the next tile along that you forget about. Let's take 2 of our good units, let's move them in. Make sure that we're keeping them microed. Maybe 2 of these Belgian Congo units as well that seem a little bit stronger, a little bit better. There you go, in you go. Yeah, it's just going to be a relentless attack along the front. The Germans have a blitzkrieg offensive for the next 12 days, so maybe if we can hold that, that'll... I mean, how much of a buff is that giving them? It's giving them 10% armor division attack and 7.5% breakthrough, but we do have a 10% defense buff and some resistance growth speed when they occupy these territories, thanks to the Austrians that have come and joined us. Okay, come on. Keep the hold. If we can keep holding just for maybe a couple days longer, then potentially we can have, have an even better chance of winning. Okay, is the blitzkrieg bonus gone now for the Germans? It has gone, so it looks like they're actually giving up a little bit on attacking us. Okay. Let's just keep shifting everything down. Let's make sure that everywhere is built up as high a level as it can be now. We need to just make sure that our industry is popping. Well, not our industry, our defences are popping. So there we go, look at us. Between us and France holding this front, we've done 750,000 casualties to the Germans pretty much. So this is very, very good to be holding this, and all of these troops have so little supply because we scorched earth and blew the dam. Yeah, there's 275 remaining days on that dam being blown, so that's really going to help us hold for the best part of a year. I think 1st of June was the last game I got to, so we've at least beaten our previous record for how long we can hold against the Axis. Okay, there we go. Romania is now in, so that's going to be some more troops. Italy has now been called in, which probably is going to lead to the fall of France, unless France can manage to hold both fronts. Although they do have a lot of them. They have so much on the Maginot, and it's just not needed. Oh, they did lose. No, they didn't. They've actually pushed out into Saarbrücken. I was going to say they've lost a couple tiles on the Maginot. They hold all of it, and they've even taken Saarbrücken. Like, France, get some troops down into Italy, or hopefully Italy can just flop and fail. But actually, it looks like Italy's being a bit smart and driving some tanks down the coast. Okay. Okay, let's use... Do I use the Colonials? I think we got to use the Colonials because I need my main holding divisions. So let's get the Colonials down at Vichy. Actually, maybe not Vichy. That might be a bad point considering the supply situation down there. But yeah, let's go for it. Let's send these men out and let's see if maybe we can't overwhelm some of these Italian forces that are pushing out here. I mean, making a nice little encirclement could be quite a big boost for the Allies. I guess I was so focused on defending Belgium, I didn't even think about the possibility of, well, fighting further afield. Okay, that's not going too badly. There you go, help spread this across the line maybe. Get in there, see if you can't support, see if you can't help cut this railway line. Things are still looking fine up there, that's fine. Yeah, can't let the French die on the Maginot, that is true. Okay, come on. Can we push over here maybe? And then we could try and cut this railway once more. Because if we cut the railway, that should be the majority of the supply actually gone as well. There you go, hold them while these colonial forces get in. Perfect. Okay, come on, but the offensive here. You know what, I'm just going to throw as many of my units as I can at this offensive. Just throw everyone into the attack and hopefully we'll break them. Come on. Keep going. Keep attacking. Also, this would break the supply through to the French from another angle, which would also be great for them. Like, it's not even like it's just going to help us by doing this. That's going to really free up the French supply, hopefully on the Maginot, give them another supply avenue. There we go, we've taken it. Okay, now try and kick them deeper. This is a huge pocket if we can secure it. Pick a focus, no focus going. Thank you very much. I completely forgot about that. This is the tunnel vision I'm talking about. I'm immediately looking at stuff. Research has gone out of hand as well. Let's make sure our anti-air is doing better. Let's get producing our better anti-air. Yep, immediately just forgetting where I am. And we are now starting to build the factory line, which is good, which means we have full anti-air. We have full forts, and I'm very ready to hold this if it goes that way. But to be fair, if we can help and defend here against and sort of save the French, then maybe we won't need to do such a big dramatic hold of Belgium. Hit there, let's just push this back in another tile. If we can get 2 tiles from the front line, this would definitely be very secure as it goes. Oh, we need to hold in here now. This is probably the more vital part to hold, because now we're 2 tiles away, so let's get the men moving down here. Hopefully we can hold the line where we need. Please get in there. Jesus, France. Come on, I'm doing my best to save you here. Okay, maybe we can just take the supply hub even. Honestly, it feels like the French are intentionally just throwing at this point. I mean, I guess that is what's meant to happen historically, so, you know. But at least we've salvaged a bit of their front line. At least we've saved them a little bit. Uh-oh. They've linked up. They're about to take Paris. This is time to abandon. Time to abandon ship. France has fallen. We gave it our best shot to help hold them. Let's just try and get our men back now, hopefully before Paris falls. Come on. At least get them close. How are we looking on the fort line on the French side? Okay, that's good. Oh, we actually lost a couple levels of forts here. How did that happen? I do not know. But let's get that back up and growing. I think everyone got out, did they? They did. Okay, perfect. Draw the front line now. We need to hold all sides. Go, go, go. Perfect. Get over there. Start getting your entrenchment going. Oh. Okay. We're back. We're secure. This is okay. We now just hold Belgium. Okay, we held the French for as long as we could. I mean, it's March 1941. If we can hold out till the Soviets, the war against the Soviets starts, maybe that's something. Agency. True, could build up an agency now. I kind of want to keep my factories till the forts are built and the military factories are built. Although I guess agents would lower their attack potential. Okay, let's begin an agency then. They don't have any more buffs, do they? It just is probably their air superiority that's really damaging us. I mean, if the British came over and contested, we do have some decent AA to help fight them. But yeah, that would require a lot of extra effort from the Allies, which they just are not going to give us. Oh my god, get into this tile, please. Hold this. Also, like, the Allies could... Oh, the Allies are starting to pour in. The British Raj is coming. Love it. The Indian division's holding Antwerp. That's what we want to see. Okay, let's stop any training now of you guys. Make sure that you are all as secure as you could be. Perfect. A couple more divisions. Let's get them out. A couple more as well with the Force Colonials. We're just going to basically try and stack as many divisions as it will allow us into Belgium and hope that that's really going to help us hold, especially if we can just keep getting our reinforce rate going. That's what we need. We just need more and more reinforcement ticks on these tiles. So why are all my allies sending in support except for to Antwerp? That is the one tile that needs the support. And they just keep sending support to literally any other tile along the front. Get it in Antwerp, lads. What are we doing? It's almost like they want to see this place fall. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe the AI is slightly rigged to want me to fall. Okay, get back into this tile. Please keep sending divisions in, allies. Please keep trying to secure us. I mean, a few tanks wouldn't hurt, would it now? Like, it's probably not like you're going to win the Africa War. Oh, they have won the Africa War. Incredible work. Okay, then where are you fighting? Everything should be coming to me, surely. Or you should be making a D-Day attempt. I mean, it's 1941, I know, but still. If you can help me hold until the Soviets come in, then we can win this. Come on. Are they in Greece? No, I mean they're launching a tiny naval invasion at Greece, but they're not really anywhere. They're not doing anything. They're just sat back gathering their army. I mean, there's a lot in the UK right now which could come over here and help. I mean, I'm hoping the Allied fleet hasn't lost. That would be pretty tragic. Oh, we've now almost caused 1 million German casualties on our own. And 300,000 Italians, so we are just destroying their units here. Like, this is just a meat grinder for them now, surely. Oh, the Japanese Navy is out in the English Channel. How did that end up happening? But there we go. At least now that means the US are in. So, yeah, to be fair, at this point, I'm going to stop training Congo troops. They were mostly for the early defense. But let's get everything back into our military now. And into the hands of our men on the fields. Come on. Someone attack each other out here. We need this war to happen.